What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick of the Philadelphia Phillies versus Cincinnati Reds Major League Baseball matchup going down Saturday, July 5th, 2025. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Experts tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do so because we have a lot of action lined up for the week ahead. We got Major League Baseball on the board. We got WNBA action, too. It may be the dog days of summer, but there's still plenty of action to be had. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout and get 15% off your purchase. And we're excited that we hit our goal for 250,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. I appreciate each and every one of you that's helped us get to where we are today. But if you haven't already hit that subscribe button by now, please do so. And if you're new to our channel, welcome. I'm going to show you we're going to be making you some money. And it's going to be starting here with this matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. For the Cincinnati Reds, it's Nick Lodolo listed as the starter in this one, while the Phillies will counter with Ranger Suarez. And I'll tell you, Suarez, I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop with Ranger Suarez that, he's going to fall off at some point, but it hasn't happened yet. That's just the long and short of it. Suarez, since that real rough start to the season against the Arizona Diamondbacks, where he gave up 7 runs on 7 hits over 3 2/3 back on May 4th. Suarez has allowed 2 runs or less in 10 of his last 11 starts. He is just on an absolute tear and, has posted a 1.19 ERA over that 10-start stretch. A 2.96 FIP, suggesting that maybe there's some luck to be had behind that, but not a whole lot because, like I said, you can't take anything away from how well Suarez has pitched. And even if you take out those first couple of outings after the blow up and the improvement, you look from basically May 22nd on, he hasn't allowed more than 2 earned runs in any of his starts, and he's posted a sub-1 ERA over an 8-start stretch. He is on an absolute, like I said, warpath. He's just been absolutely tearing through everybody. And now you take on a Reds team that was able to get to a lefty on Friday in Jesus Luzardo. But for me, Luzardo has been a hittable pitcher and probably the weakest lefty in that Phillies rotation. We love him on the morning show. He's one of our guys, but there's just no denying that Luzardo just hasn't had it for the better part of the last month and a half. And while like I said, I was able to see the Reds do some damage against Luzardo there, don't know how much they're going to be able to do here against Suarez, considering that the Reds, going into Friday's action, still are a league average team in the last 2 weeks against left-handed pitching, hitting .248. Their team OPS numbers at 735. That's just above league average, but again, not by a whole lot. And the isolated power numbers are solid, but again, few and far between. And I don't expect Suarez to give up a whole lot in this start either. However, on the other side, you do have Nick Lodolo, who is coming off a couple of solid starts at Great American. And the last time he was on the road against the Cleveland Guardians, a team that has been dreadful against lefties, Lodolo did give up 6 runs on 5 hits over 3 1/3 innings of work. But that being said, Lodolo's split this season has been fairly clear. He has still struggled at Great American for the better part of the season, a 4.69 ERA, but across 8 starts on the road, a 2.31 ERA. He's pitched fairly well away from Great American. And the Phillies in the last 2 weeks against lefties, even though they were able to get to Andrew Abbott for a few early runs on Friday, the Phillies are still, a bottom 5 team in isolated power against lefties in the last 2 weeks. Their batting average of .219 is bottom 10. The isolated power numbers are just outside the bottom 5. So you have 2 teams that are struggling against lefties. For the Reds, they're up against one of the best lefties in baseball, and the Phillies are up against a solid lefty in Lodolo who plays better on the road. I think we're going to have a low-scoring game early on. I think these 2 pitchers are going to be able to eat up enough innings that we don't have to turn the ball over to 2 questionable bullpens later in the game that were used fairly early and often in Friday's matchup. So I'm going to go with the under in the first 5 and the full game in this one between the Phillies and the Reds, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. Why are Pick Dawgz? Check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.